Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to do hands-on on AWS IAM service. So let's get started. As you can see here, these are the topics which we have covered in our previous video, like what is IAM service, what are the different components of IAM, what are IAM users groups policies, what are the different features of IAM. In this video, I am going to do hands-on on these IAM service and components. So these are the things which I am going to do on AWS IAM service, like create user, create group, add IAM user to IAM groups, create and attach IAM policy, enable multi-factor authentications means MFA, create and attach IAM role to AWS services. So let's create a user first in AWS IAM. So as you can see here, this is my AWS console. Here you can see IAM. You can also search here IAM. By searching here, you can see top features like group users, roles, policy. So I'm going to click on IAM. Here you can see on the left side, you can see the is access management, like user groups, users, roles, policies, etc. So I'm going to click on users. And here you can see these are my current users in IAM service, like Sai, Saurav, so on. So I'm going to create a users by clicking on creating users. So I put a name here. Let's say I put a name Sumit, and I click on here provide user access to AWS management console, and you can see console password. I can also auto generate or custom password here. So I'm going to click on auto generate password and click on next. Here you can see the permissions options, like user groups. If you can also copy permissions, you can also attach policy directly. So I'm going to click on the third option, which is attach policy directly. And by clicking here, you can see these are the default policy permissions policy in AWS. Here you can see. So I'm going to, let's say I give him a EC2 access policy. So by searching EC2, we can see these are the policies of EC2. Here I give Amazon EC2 full access policy to this user named Sumit. So if you click on plus icon, you can see the code in JSON, like action EC2 effect allow and resource star means for all. So I'm going to click on this, and bottom down I click on next. Here you can see the final summary of this users, like EC2 full access, and this user can also change password by their own. So I'm going to create user, and here you can see the console signing. These are the details of these users, like console password. Here you can see the password. So I'm going to download .ceb file here, and you must not have to share this password to any other people, because if he see the password, he can log in and you can get a heavy AWS bill. Let's check this user is currently running or not. So for checking this, I copy the link of console sign in URL, and I click a private window and pasting here. I can see the AWS console page will open, and here I can add a username, putting username and password which I have generated here. I copy paste here. You can see the password is the same, and I'm going to sign in. Here I copy paste the old password, and I submit 123 exclamation mark submit 123 exclamation mark. You can show confirm change password. Password has successfully changed, and I continue to sign in. Here you can see the user AWS console has finally opened, where he get EC2 full access. So I'm going to click on all services EC2. So here you can see, and this user can also launch instance from here because he have full access. He can name instance, he can select the operating system, and he can launch instance. Let's now check that this user have the access of other AWS service or not. So let's check this user that for S3 service. So I'm going to click on S3. If you click on S3, you can see S3 bucket options. So let's create a bucket here for these users. Let's put a name on it, if anything, because this user cannot create a bucket. So he had this is asking for global unique name. I'm going to, so by creating user, you can see fail to create a bucket. This user cannot create a bucket because this user have got only access of EC2 permissions. So we have created a user. So let's now create a group. So for creating a group, I go to AWS IAM services. On the left side, you can see user group. So these are the groups which already been generated. So I'm going to create a group. Let's say a group name had EC2 group. Here you can see you can also add users to these groups. Like these are the users right now. So let's add username Sahil Sumit Neil Chauhan to this group. You can also attach permissions policy here, but I'm not going to do that because I'm going to do after some time. So let's create a group. Here you can see the EC2 group has successfully been created, in which Sahil Sumit Neil Chauhan is currently in it. Here you can see by clicking on permissions, this group has not currently any permission. So what is the next topic is create and attach IAM policies. Let's create an IAM policy. On clicking on policy, we are going to create policy. Let's say specify permissions. Here you can see you have two options in which you can generate your policy, like visual or JSON. So I'm going to click on visual. So let's select EC2 access to this policy. EC2 actions allowed. By clicking on actions allow, I click on all EC2 access for this users. So if you scroll down, you have to select resources. By clicking on next, you still have to permissions. The resources read write are given all. So here you can see the resources like all. By click on all and clicking on next, so you can write any policy name. So let's say I write this policy EC2 policy, and you can also add user, like all users have EC2 full access. And here you see permissions, finally EC2 full access, and we will click on creating policy. Here you can see a policy has been successfully created. Here, if you want to see the your own created policy, you can click on filter types and you can click on customer manage. Here you can see EC2 policy. There are two policies of the same name, but if you see the description, there is a policy which I have generated right now. So click on EC2 policy, and let's say if you want to attach this policy to a user, you can simply click on the policy. You can go into actions and click on attach, and here are the IAM entities. So and click on IAM users. You can add Sahil, Saurabh, Sumit, and you can attach the policy right here. Creating and attaching policy have been successfully done. So if you click on users, you can see that Sumit have also in the groups, and you can see the permissions. So right now EC2 policy right now have been given to these users. You can also see the groups. You can also see the security credentials. You can also generate here SS keys and MFA for this particular users. And you can also, if you want to remove users, you can click on users. You can simply click on delete. Here you write confirm and delete these users. So let's now enable MFA authentication. So let's select a user first. Refresh this page. So let's click submit. Here you can see its security credentials. So here you can see the MFA options. You can assign MFA device. It's basically a second layer of your security. Which is, let's say this. You can write your device name here. Where you can select your passkey, security key, and apps. I'm going to click on passcode security. Click on next. Here you can see it has been taken my fingerprint, and now you can see successfully MFA devices have been created for this user. So the last topic is create and attach IAM role to AWS services. So let's create a role first. So here you can see the all of the roles. So I'm going to click on create roles. Here you can see the trusted entity types like AWS service accountant. So I'm going to click on AWS service. Here I'm going to, let's say I give history access. History, no, I'm going to click on first instance because I'm going to give all of my instance to access of all of my history bucket. So I'm going to click on instant EC2. Click on next. Here you can see the permissions. So let's give H3 full access to instances. So, so by clicking on next, here you can write roles. So EC2 to H3 access. So you can also add optional tags. So let's say I optional tag H3 all, and it's a good practice to add tags. So to create a role, here you can see my EC2 H3 role had been created. So let's go to check a EC2 instance that S3 bucket has that instance has got S3 bucket permissions or not. So for checking that this EC2 instance has S3 access or not, I'm going to run command which is AWS S3 less. You can see this is currently telling me that unable to locate credentials. So right now let's attach the IAM role to this instance. I go to click on EC2, clicking on EC2 instances. Here by clicking on instance, you click on actions, so you click on security, modify IAM roles, and here you can add your roles. So let's say EC2 to S3SS role which we are created. So here you can see that role has successfully been attached to this instance. So if I run the command again, S3ls, here you can see a YouTube yes name S3 bucket has been already been created in S3. So here you can see that this instance has finally got the access to S3 bucket. So Creating and attaching IAM role to instance has been successfully done. And let's say I go to IAM roles. So if you want to remove any policy, you can click on the policy and you can go to all types customer manage, which means the policies which I have been created. Click on the policy, you can simply policy has been deleted. And let's say you want to remove role, you can also click on here. You can also delete this role. So let's say write EC2 to history, EC2 to history SS. Click on delete. Here you can see the role successfully deleted. You can also remove group. Click on the group. You can remove group. You can just write the name of the group. So I have explained that how to create user, how to create groups, how to add IAM user to IAM groups, creating and attaching policies, enable MFA, create and attach IAM role to AWS services. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching this video.